I cannot fuck with these people. That's no people. Let's go. Let's go, people. That's enough people. Enough people. Alright. Listen. Classic, man. See how that feel? Classic tape. Classic. It's been 5 years, huh? So, I've said this before, but this is my favorite project of the last decade, not called Live Love ASAP, okay? So, to me, it's like Live Love ASAP, but then it's this. This is brilliant, okay? This album is fucking brilliant. I mean, I say brilliant in a production and stylistic sense. Obviously, the bars is trash. In the grand scheme of things, they're not, well, I wouldn't say they're trash, but they're obviously mediocre. They're basic. He's not saying nothing. I get it. But this is a very strong project. It really is. Woke Up Like This, to me, is the best Carti song, period. I remember hearing that in my brother's car. I think I've said this before, but I heard this instrumental low, and I was like, what is that? Yo, this beat is dumb. It's one of the best beats of the last 10 years, easy. Anyway, I like this project a lot. I can go through the track listing and see what I think really stands out. Obviously, Location is brilliant. Magnolia is really dope looking. Woke Up Like This, of course. Those first four, straight fire. Let It Go, I don't really listen to, I gotta be honest with you. I don't think the song is bad, but I just don't really listen to it like that. Half and Half, same thing. Okay song, I don't really listen to it. New Chopper, I love. I always go back to New Chopper. Other shit I don't really listen to, but it's okay. It's alright. Number 9, nope, don't listen to that at all. Do That Shit, I don't really listen to that either. Lame Niggas, come on, classic. I was just telling you, I was listening to Lame Niggas in the last couple videos or something like that. Yeah, I mean, classic. Sure, you know, Money Santo, y'all. It's great. It's great. Flex, don't really listen to. Kelly K, I don't really listen to. And Had To, I never listen to. So, I mean, you're looking at, I would say, 7 very strong cuts. I don't want to say it's classic. It's too early to be giving the word classic to anything. I like to wait at least 10 years before we start talking about something being classic or not, because it takes that long. I mean, we're still in the era. 5 years is just too short because the sound still kind of sounds like this. When you know something is classic is when the sound moves on. It's a completely different style, but we still appreciate, we still love this style on these records. We still love these records. We can't get enough of them. That's how you know something is really like getting to be classic. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people say about Illmatic and, you know, Slum Village or whatever, like being actual classics, it's like, yeah, enough time has passed. I mean, Illmatic sounds nothing like what's going on in rap today, but it still sounds amazing, right? And there are albums from Illmatic's era that don't sound nearly as good as Illmatic. That's how you know Illmatic is something special, right? So I think this is a special release. I think this is the best rap album, not called Live Love ASAP. I think the critics slept on this pretty hard. I remember when Fantano, I hate to bring him up, but I remember when he did his review, he didn't get it. I expect that. You know what I'm saying? He's your typical white listener on the internet, white casual. It's okay. Nothing wrong with being a casual. Like I said, nothing wrong with being white. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you're reviewing hip hop, especially for a living, it's a little weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see me reviewing rock albums, you know what I'm saying? And shit, and be having like 3 million subscribers. Like, the fuck do I know about rock music? You know what I mean? Like, why would anyone listen to my hip hop opinion on like the greatest rock songs and all that kind of shit? That's what I'm saying. It's weird. Yeah, this is just a phenomenal album, man. I think obviously, like I said, when it comes to great albums, it's always the beat. You got to start with the production. The production is what makes these albums stand out. That's across the board. I don't care whether you're making music in the 80s, the 90s, 2000s. Without great production, you do not have you don't have a good album actually to begin with, but the production is what makes it classic, right? That's the, you know, it's the beat is what makes a song. The beat is what makes it hip hop, right? So the production on this is phenomenal. Pierre Bourne really put his foot into a lot of these beats. And then, of course, you had the occasional person like a Harry Fraud. I forget the name of the guy who made the new Choppa beat. Was it Riera or something like that? Anyway, that beat's ill. That beat's dumb. So again, that's how it's usually, you know, in a good album. You have like one person, one or two like sort of key people, but then you have like others sprinkled in to give you one really great beat just to kind of test the waters. And that's usually how you know a good album, you know? I think that obviously, like, after this, Playboi Carti started to, you know, I wouldn't say he started falling off. It was, you know, I wouldn't say Dilate's as good as this, but Dilate has some bangers, and it is a slightly different Carti, and I don't mind it. Obviously, the new album that he dropped, the newish album he dropped last year is horrible. That's straight garbage. But, you know, you can't win every time, right? Hopefully, Carti, now that 5 years has passed, and there is a little bit of sort of hindsight, he can look back and be like, you know what, man? This self-titled shit, this is when I was at my apex. Because I've heard all that awful record stuff from before this. It was cool, but it's not this. This is like really Carti coming into his own and doing some super cool shit. So hopefully his team looks at this and goes, yeah, we had something here. Let's try to get back to that and advance it. You know, like, again, this Gangstar said, you know, we have certain formulas, you know, but we update the formulas with the times, right? And that's what you hope that Playboi Carti does with this. So, phenomenal tape. Easily the best rap album of 2017. Easily the best rap album of the last 5 years, in my opinion. I think it's really interesting that I remember this year, people were talking about, the critics anyways, the white critics, were talking about Damn, which sucks. And they were talking about 444, which also sucks. And like I said, I'm a Jay-Z fan. We just, you know, we were just talking about Jay-Z, so you know what it is when it comes to Jay-Z. And I remember everybody was just 444 and Damn, and that's all it was. And I was like, but this is the new shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this self-titled is, this is it. Like, pay attention to this, you know what I mean? But like all things, it's a slow burn. That's always what it is. I mean, you look at it, it didn't chart crazy, because great rap albums almost never chart like that. Great rappers never chart like that. I watched an interview with Uncle Ralph McDaniels, and he was sitting down with Math Hoffa, and he was talking about how Wu-Tang was a slow burn. I mean, back when they came out, they had some songs, Protect Your Neck. It's not like everybody was feeling it like that, of course. I mean, now everybody pretends that they were such a Wu fan, and, you know, they knew right away that Wu was going to be the biggest thing. Yeah, the casuals can pretend all that all day, but the reality is that some people obviously got it right away, and they were big fans, but for others, it took a minute to you know, grow on them. And again, that's okay. You know, if something doesn't hit you right away, it doesn't, you know, mean the end of the world. That's fine. But claiming that you knew when, you know, and trying to stifle the creativity and all that, that's when it gets corny, right? So this didn't, you know, set the charts on fire, and it won't, because it's too raw, it's too creative, it's too weird. You know what I'm saying? Your average critic is not going to get it, right? But over time, it's going to obviously get some accolades, and you'll see. Give this shit like another 5 years, man. People are gonna be like, oh yeah, that Playboi Carti, I really love that. That's one of my favorite albums or whatever. Peace.